Ladies and gentlemen, remember this: the world does not reward the loudest talker, it rewards the quietest worker. Your silence is not emptiness. It is the sound of building. Keep moving in private. Keep sharpening your craft. Keep preparing for the moment when your results will speak for you. Because when that day comes, you won't have to convince anyone. You won't have to explain anything. Your success will be so undeniable that it will speak louder than words ever could. Work in silence. Focus with discipline. Win so loudly that the world has no choice but to notice. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a powerful force that very few people talk about. The power of silence. In a world where everyone is constantly sharing, posting, tweeting, and broadcasting every thought they have, choosing silence can become your greatest advantage. When you tell people your plans too early, you unintentionally open the door for opinions, doubts, criticism, and distractions. Even if they mean well, their words can plant seeds of hesitation in your mind. What starts as excitement can turn into overthinking. You begin to wonder if your plan will work, whether you're good enough, or if you should even bother trying. This is how many dreams die, not because the person lacked talent or dedication, but because they allowed too many voices to interfere with their focus. When you keep your goals to yourself, you give yourself permission to work without noise. No one is watching, no one is judging, no one is waiting to see if you succeed or fail. It's just you and the work. This is where true focus is born. Every hour you spend in silence is an hour you invest in mastery. Every day you stay disciplined is another day closer to becoming the person you envision. You don't need to post updates. You don't need validation. And you don't need applause. You just need commitment. Silence is not weakness. Silence is strategy. When you protect your ideas from unnecessary exposure, you shield them from energy that can drain you before you've even started. The more you talk about what you're going to do, the more your brain feels like you've already accomplished something. You get a false sense of achievement just by talking, which reduces your drive to actually do the work. This is why many people stay stuck. They talk more than they act. There is a different kind of power in working quietly, away from the crowd. Imagine planting a seed underground. You don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You water it, you protect it, and you trust the process. Months later it sprouts, and when it finally breaks through the soil, it's strong enough to grow toward the sky. Your goals work the same way. They need privacy to grow. They need nurturing, consistency, and trust. Working in silence also allows you to surprise people. The world loves results, not explanations. When you finally reveal what you've been working on, it hits harder because no one saw it coming. People respect outcomes more than they respect intentions. They will be inspired not because you told them what you were going to do, but because you actually did it. So guard your vision. Protect your energy. Not every plan needs to be shared. Not every dream needs to be announced. And not every move needs to be explained. Let your progress be private and your success be loud. Because the most powerful victories are not declared. They are displayed. The moment you stop telling the world what you are going to do, you free yourself from the weight of expectation and give yourself the focus you need to win. Ladies and gentlemen, success is not something you talk into existence. It is something you build brick by brick when no one is watching. You see, there is a beautiful simplicity in letting your actions speak for you. When you focus entirely on the process, when you give every ounce of energy to your craft without worrying about how others perceive you, you create results that cannot be ignored. People may doubt your silence. They may question why you are so quiet. They may even underestimate you, and that is exactly what you want. Let them think nothing is happening, because behind the scenes, everything is happening. Consistency is where the magic is. The world rewards those who show up daily, even when no one is cheering them on. When you are alone with your work, when it's just you and your goals, you have a choice to stay committed or to quit. Those who choose commitment, those who keep showing up despite fatigue, boredom or fear, are the ones who create extraordinary lives. Every hour you spend in focused effort compounds over time. The small daily wins stack on top of each other until they become unstoppable momentum. And when the results finally reveal themselves, the impact is undeniable. This is why it is far better to demonstrate your success rather than announce it prematurely. Announcements create pressure. They give others an expectation to measure you against. But results need no explanation. When people see what you've accomplished, they cannot deny the truth in front of them. They might have doubted you before, but they cannot doubt evidence. Your results speak louder than any speech you could ever give. They inspire others not through your promises, but through proof. And the best part, the satisfaction of knowing that you stayed patient. You didn't need to prove anything to anyone during the journey. You didn't rush to convince others that you were on the right track. Instead, you trusted yourself, you trusted your process, and you allowed the work to transform you. That transformation is what makes the success so much sweeter. You don't just achieve a goal, you become someone new in the process. Stronger, wiser, more disciplined. When you finally win in public, it is not just about the applause or the recognition. It is about the quiet victories that led you there. The nights you stayed up working, when no one knew. The mornings you chose discipline, when it would have been easier to stay in bed. The sacrifices you made, that no one will ever fully understand. These invisible moments are the foundation of visible success. So keep building, keep working, keep your head down and your vision clear. The world does not need to know your every step, it just needs to see the final masterpiece. When you show them the result, let it be so powerful that it leaves no room for doubt. Let your life become the loudest statement you ever make. Because in the end, silence is not just a strategy, it is a weapon. It allows you to focus, it protects your energy, and it turns your success into something unforgettable.